I'm so excited to be part of the 5th Annual U.S. Transparency Awards. This is the 2023 Transparency Award ceremony. Today, more than ever, transparency in corporate communications is critical. It inspires investor confidence and trust, and therefore creates real value for companies and their stakeholders. Each year, experts review the corporate disclosure documents for all the S&P 250 companies. This includes proxy statements, Form 10-Ks, ESG reports, IR websites, and codes of conduct. We review 237 objective criteria that reflect the 5 pillars of transparency, and we apply those criteria to our 8 award categories to determine the winners. Starting with next year's awards, an independent transparency scientific committee, chaired by me, will update these objective criteria and be involved in overseeing the awards process. So let's get started. Our first category is most improved across all documents. In a sense, this category is the most important category because it shows a real dedication to making changes responding to the needs of a company's stakeholders. So hats off. Congratulations to State Street, winner of most improved overall disclosure. State Street jumped 80 places with a much improved proxy and also ranked within the top 20 of ESG reports. And overall, State Street ranked 3rd, moving up from a score of 26% to 66% in a single year, a 154% increase. That's 154. That's truly remarkable. TE Connectivity and Regeneron Pharmaceuticals were 2nd and 3rd in this category. As someone who lived through the plain English rulemaking by the SEC when I worked on the staff in the 1990s, I have a real appreciation for plain language. Some organizations include insider jargon in their documents that makes it more difficult for readers to understand. The use of simple, concise language enhances transparency. That builds real value. The winner for plain English in their proxy statement is Picard. Williams Company, also known as Williams, and Rockwell Automation were 2nd and 3rd in this category. The Form 10-K continues to grow in importance as the spate of SEC rulemaking in recent years continues to focus on 10-K disclosures. Thus, transparency in these documents is critical, and I predict that they will soon be drafted as transparently as so many proxies are these days. In the category for Form 10-K, the winner is Moody's Corporation. Congratulations. ConocoPhillips and AIG were 2nd and 3rd in this category. I have a special spot in my heart for those that make efforts to ensure that their IR web pages are user-friendly. I've never quite understood why so many companies have fantastic websites, but when it comes to their IR web pages, not so hot. Making it easy for readers to find what they're looking for is a critical component of transparency. Make that IR web page accessible, please. The winner for Investor Relations website is Boston Scientific. Altria and Allstate were 2nd and 3rd in this category. It goes without saying that a clear, concise code of conduct, the code of ethics, reflects the purpose and values of an organization. It guides and influences the behavior of its board and employees. These need to be transparent to make it as easy as possible for insiders to comply. The winner code of conduct is Becton Dickinson. Procter & Gamble and ConocoPhillips were 2nd and 3rd in this category. As most of us know, proxy statements have grown in recent years to serve as a critical document that stakeholders of all kinds care about, and thus this document has grown by leaps and bounds over the past decade to be more transparent. Among the many companies that do such a great job in this area today, one truly stands out. Congratulations to Allstate, winner of Beck's proxy statement. Lockheed Martin and GE, General Electric, were 2nd and 3rd in this category. The ESG report is fast becoming among the most important documents companies disclose to stakeholders. Regulatory requirements in this area are evolving at breathtaking speed globally, and many companies are just starting to get a handle on the type of data that they need to collect and business strategies that they need to implement to make ESG a critical part of their business, as well as have reports that are meaningfully and authentically reflecting what they're doing. Transparency here is something that is truly needed, and I will be highlighting positive trends and noting good disclosures in this area on realtransparentdisclosure.com over time. Congratulations to Verizon Communications, winner of Best ESG Report. T-Mobile and Union Pacific were second and third in this category. Finally, our top category, Best Overall Transparency, the Big Kahuna. This company stood out among those judged, receiving high scores across all 5 types of documents reviewed, earning the Best Overall Award. And the winner is PayPal. We congratulate PayPal for its standout achievement and sincere dedication to transparency. Target and State Street were second and third in this category. No small feat. We'd also like to recognize and acknowledge the winners in each industry for their commitment to transparent disclosures and communications. These companies include Utilities, Duke Energy, Southern Company, and Xcel Energy. Communication Services, T-Mobile, Verizon Communications, the Walt Disney Company. Real Estate, American Tower, Prologis, and Welltower. Materials, Dow, Freeport-McMoRan, and PPG Industries. Information Technology, Cognizant Technology, Intel, TE Connectivity. Industrials, GE, Johnson Controls, Trane Technologies. Healthcare, Becton Dickinson, Pfizer, and Thermo Fisher Scientific. Financials, PayPal, State Street, and U.S. Bancorp. Energy, ConocoPhillips, ONEAC, and Williams. Consumer staples, Hershey Company, Target, and Walmart. And finally, consumer discretionary, General Motors, Lowe's Companies, and Starbucks. Congratulations to all these winners. Well, that's a wrap. I want to thank Labrador for being driven by the conviction that transparency inspires investor and other stakeholder confidence and therefore creates real value. Trust is good for business. It really is. That's what this is all about. If you have any questions or would like to gain a better understanding of the objective criteria so that your company might advance its position in the future, please contact me, Brock Romanek, or anyone at Labrador anytime. For a complete list of these 2023 winners, including the ranking of the top 20 best overall S&P 250 companies, visit transparencyawards.com or realtransparentdisclosure.com. Thanks for tuning in to the 2023 U.S. Transparency Awards presented by Labrador. We look forward to seeing you next year.